Hey guys, Neo did a video response, and I'd like to go through it and um, and answer some of his questions and offer some rebuttal. Let's get started.
Attacking a platform. Basically almost just only going after one person in it. I mean, you did do the slight kick to Kate Farr, Bionic Dance, but
Okay. Um, you keep using this word platform, and I think you need to clarify what you mean by platform. Like the internet. Because, see, I see the internet as a platform. I see YouTube as a platform. Um, and being a YouTuber, you open yourself up to criticism and critique. That is something that I think you need to get used to because I am fairly certain that I won't be the only one that will have a problem with some of the things you say or have a difference of opinion with some of the things you say. So let's move on.
let's let that one slide this once.
Are you going to let that slide? What do you mean by that? Let's move on.
Using other people as your modes to break down who the neo-atheist is isn't a new strategy for you. So I'm willing to let that one slide. But if you're going to be doing it,
Okay, wait a minute. I made a comparison to anti-theism, and the comparison was in to your video making the claim that the most religious people tend to be with having the least sense and most cruelty. And what I did was I pointed out that it's usually extremism that falls into that category, not just religious people. And I used Bionic Dance as an example because a lot of people would agree with me. She tends to be cruel, and she um, tends to use the least amount of sense sometimes. If you haven't noticed, there are a lot of people that disagree with her on her whole binary set, her definition of atheism, and she has been um, pretty hard headed about that. So, again, I wasn't using her to attack you. I don't know, maybe you have a crush on her or something and you took it that way, but no, I was using her as an example to refute your claims in regards to religious people. Now let's move on.
leave the insults to me. I've given you plenty of situations in which you could use me as a example of your fallacy in my quotes.
I don't know what that
I'm giving you
means.
plenty of situations in which you could use me as an example of how extreme atheism is used.
Oh, I see. So maybe you're butthurt that I brought in Bionic Dance. Is that what you do have a crush on her? Actually, as a matter of fact, I think I've heard you say that you really like her and you really like her videos and stuff. And that's not going to do well for your credibility, buddy. I'm sorry.
Leave other people out of this.
You sticking up for your girlfriend? Okay, let's move on. That's funny stuff. Okay.
Disposable Gorilla. Few
Yes.
facts you're missing in the Rand Campbell scenario.
Oh
I'm the
no.
one that told him about the videos. I've had
You told him about the. How did you tell him about the videos? He wasn't on YouTube. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just asking, how did you do that? Because he was really hard to get a hold of for a few days.
personal interactions with him in the past, and I know the
Okay, so you've had interaction with him in the past. Okay, that's fair. And that's why I said I didn't have a problem with your videos. I had a problem because he left.
person he is.
Okay, so the person he is made it okay for you to do 7 videos in a row to a person that wasn't on YouTube anymore. Okay, that's fine. Okay.
That being said, I took the videos down after the situation with you and Agent of Doubt basically making videos saying that they were in the wrong to make.
Um, We never asked you to do so. I want to point out that we never made that ultimatum. We never demanded that you take them down. We advised you that it was cowardly, and we made fun of you, and that's why you took them down.
I'm willing to change my channel when it's brought to my attention.
Okay, what's funny about that is that I'm not going to bother, but a lot of people that have interacted with you will support me and say that you've said the exact opposite in comments. You've actually said, "Don't tell me how to run my channel." And please leave a comment below if you've seen those comments from him and back me up. Thank you.
The second I bring something to your attention, you basically say that I'm in the wrong and I have no merits.
Yes, I would agree with that. You, in my opinion, nothing you say has any value to me thus far. Yes, I would agree with that.
Anytime that I basically have said something to you, you basically view it as, wow, this guy's an asshole, let me treat him as such and create more drama to build up to my Google Hangouts.
Okay, I want to be clear that I didn't do my videos to build up to a Google Hangout. I did my videos because you did stuff that irritated me, and I thought it would be fun to do some videos explaining to people how irritating you were to me. Okay? Now, I will admit that I am doing these videos now as a precursor to the Google Hangout because I want people to understand where I'm coming from, and I want to show people your behavior that I've witnessed. Okay?
Cool. You want to play it that way? I'm not going to insult you. Because you are the one that bitches about professionalism in your comment section.
Okay, now let's talk about what I mean by professionalism. See, you were addressing me as Chris. Remember that? And I said that, my friends call me Chris. I'm not your friend. When you respectfully address someone, you call them, I even told you, call me Christian or call me IG. That's what I meant by professionalism. I mean, you wouldn't come into work and address your boss with, a nickname, right? I mean, it's not professional. And seeing as how we're not friends, referring to me as Chris, I take a little bit of offense to. It's insulting to me because it insinuates that we're friends. And you and I aren't friends. You'll notice I haven't ever addressed you by your first name. For two reasons. For number one, I'm not your friend. Number two, you've removed your name from your channel, and I'm respecting your privacy. Okay? Even though your name was there before, just like people have said my name in videos in the past. See, I'm respecting your privacy by not putting it out there unnecessarily. People know you as the neo-atheist, so that's how I've been addressing you, because that's professional. It's a courtesy, and that's what I mean. Let's continue.
So, you want professionalism? I'll give it to you, boyo.
Okay, see, calling me boyo is exactly the opposite of what I mean by professionalism, and I think you are not understanding this.
But, you see, Disposablegorilla, by attacking me in the context you have, you are a prime example of the mindset that exists within the religious community.
Okay, see, that's another fallacy, buddy. Because, see, what does my religiosity have anything to do with my critique of you doing 7 videos in a row to Rand Campbell, who wasn't on YouTube? What does that have to do with it? And what does my video about you creating a Skype group and annoying a whole handful of people to tell them something they don't really care about, how does that relate to my religion in any way? You see, it doesn't. That's a fallacy.
You basically are using video contents of other people's, my Skype actions, to basically build your own platform to play on the dramatic events of your first Google Hangout.
Okay, yes, it's called fair use. You see, the difference between you and I is that I will use your videos according to fair use to critique you. okay, to give my opinion and to give commentary. Read the terms of service that you acknowledged when you opened your YouTube channel. And yes, Skype conversations that are relevant to my commentary and my opinion, I will also use. And if you want to flag that down, which I know you've threatened to do before, you know what? I'll take the hit because I think that this stuff is important. It's important to me. It's something that I've decided that I want to bring to light. And if you don't want to play by the same rules that I'm playing by, that's your choice. I've told you many times, go ahead. I'm not going to flag you. If you want to show that stuff, then bring it.
You're hosting. You in the past have said in emails that Agent of Doubt isn't the person that you basically came across me from. Yet, in your most recent video, you've performed one of your old tricks. You basically are turning the script and saying that Agent of Doubt is who you actually came across me.
Okay, now what I said is I saw his video about the Rand Campbell thing. I had come across you before, but I thought you were kind of a joke, and I didn't really pay much attention to you. And it wasn't until I saw his video that I really decided, you know what, this guy needs, some interaction. He needs some critique. Because Agent of Doubt's video was very light-handed. And I'm sorry if my video was a little heavier handed and your butt hurt over it, but welcome to YouTube, buddy.
So, with that being said, the people I insult, I at least have the respect for their platform to meet them in a live format.
Okay, see, you're using this word platform again, and it doesn't really apply. Anyway, so if you're referring to you insulting Crimson, just because you insulted him to his face doesn't give you any street cred, bro. It makes you more of a douchebag. But you admit this later. Watch.
You want to meet in a live format? Do a
We
Skype
will.
call.
No, see, I don't want to be in a Skype call with you. You see, I want to do a live Google Hangout. And trust me, buddy, we're going to do it.
I showed you the fallacy in the situation on Skype. Your personal cell phone information is on there.
Yeah, and speaking of my personal cell phone information being on there, what are you getting at? Because I'm going to show everybody a Skype conversation we had where you say, so when are we doing this, sport? Or do I show you how I use your Skype info? I said, go ahead with your cell phone number. And by the way, everybody, he used that cell phone number and sent me text to my private cell phone. And I said, sure, it's no secret. Duh, it's on my Skype account. So it's no secret. If I didn't want people to have it, it wouldn't be there. And I think it's funny that you're threatening me here with dock dropping my cell phone number. See, now you're a flagger and you're a dock dropper. Let's continue.
How many people do you want getting random invites on Skype?
Yeah, how many people do I want sending me random invites on Skype? I get them all the time. And you see, well, let's let you continue.
And having their personal information get out there. Some people just click, wow, I must know this person. They have my Skype name. Let me add them.
Yeah, well, they're idiots. Because anybody with half a brain who gets a Skype contact request checks the person out, or maybe writes them back and say, how do I know you? So yeah, you're acting kind of foolish here, and I think you're over exaggerating this whole Skype thing. That's my opinion.
I must know this person. They have my Skype name. Let me add them. Yet you can't even admit your fallacy in using Skype.
Yeah, well, see, the difference, bro, is that, see, I didn't go to their info page of any of those people and show any information. Yeah, there were some people there where their Skype tag was there, but all the people whose names were there, I know those people. And those names are public. Okay, and Phantom Lion, thank you, buddy, did me a great service of blurring that stuff out so that the context of the video would be in the messages that were there, not necessarily the names. But you're crying and whining about this, and it doesn't change the fact that what you did was extremely arrogant and annoyed a lot of people.
I'm willing to change situations. I'm willing to at least change to fit the situation in which I find myself.
Okay.
I haven't seen this action from you.
Well, you haven't been on YouTube for very long, buddy. You really haven't. And so I'm not going to fault you for that. But let me tell you something. If you threaten me or you pressure me, I don't change for anyone. I really don't. I change for me. I change because I decide that I need to make a change. And I have. Just because you're not privy to it doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
You won't even answer a damn Skype call from me.
Yeah, and like I told you, I'm a busy guy, and I have better things to do with my time than to answer the barrage of Skype calls that you sent to me, and interrupt my day, so that you can squeal like a pig at me over Skype. I just don't have time for that. I'm not interested in that. And another thing about Skype etiquette is usually you ask a person if they want to engage in a call before you call them. Just saying.
I re-add you on Skype, and
I didn't ask you to. I mean, as a matter of fact, you've removed me and added me and removed me and added me several times. And I've only sent you one request. And that was the first one.
what do I get? I get a parade. I get bombarded by insults. Which I did to you.
And that's why you got insults back from me. Because you insulted me first. So you're making it sound like you added me back and then I started just insulting you, which isn't the case. And if people really want to see the screenshots, I'll show the screenshots of every single time I insulted you. It was in retaliation to you insulting me 5 times or more. I mean, dude, what's wrong with you, dude?
To try to draw you out into a live format.
So okay. So you criticize me for doing these videos because you're saying I want the drama to hype my hangout, but then you admit right here to doing exactly the same thing on Skype? Dude, do you listen to yourself? Do you actually watch your videos before you upload them? Now, I can speak from experience. I've made those mistakes before. And my advice to you, buddy, is when you make a video, you should watch it and then sleep on it.
To insult me, you want to make points on bringing out and exposing the neo-atheist for being an asshole, in which I think YouTube already knows I am.
Well, and you're bragging about that? So you're saying I shouldn't bother, right? So it's okay for you to be a jerk. Is that what you're saying? You're saying, oh, well, everyone knows I'm a jerk, so don't bother in showing everybody how much of a jerk I really am. Is that what you're saying?
Then do it in a live format. Quit beating around the little fucking bush.
We are going to do it in a live format, in a live Google Hangout. And Brian J. has graciously offered to moderate, and I look forward to it. And I really hope it's something you want to do, because it's something I really want to do. So it'll happen. I'm not beating around the bush. I have a job, and I have kids. And they take precedence over people like yourself. And just because you're butthurt because I'm not going to move my schedule around isn't going to make it happen any faster.
And do it in a live format.
Mm-hmm.
Quit using videos that you think are exposing me.
So I shouldn't use videos that I think are exposing you, but you can use videos of Rand Campbell that you think are exposing him. A hypocrite much?
That are just creating drama.
Well, and what were you doing with the Rand Campbell videos?
And do it in a live format and just end this.
I mean, did you ask Rand to do a Google Hangout? I mean, I don't know if you did or not. I'm asking a question because it seems like you have this double standard here.
Your Skype situation came out of nowheres.
It didn't come out of nowhere, dude.
Our original agreement, I could pull up emails, screenshots of our original agreement.
I said, please do.
Saying that, okay, we're going to end this and just do this in a Google Hangout.
Yeah, at the time, I decided to lay off you a little bit, and this was weeks ago. But then something changed. We'll get to that.
Next plan of action was to make a Google Hangout trailer.
Yes.
Do you want me to highlight that Skype conversation?
Please do. Please do. And that way I can explain to everybody that, yes, we had this agreement. And then you acted like a douche and did the whole Skype thing, and I changed my mind. Welcome to people changing their mind, buddy. I mean, it happens. Haven't you ever changed your mind? Haven't you ever decided, oh, well, I don't really have time for this guy. And then he does something really douchey, and you're like, oh, man, I got to let people know about this. I mean, that's exactly what happened. Just, cry about it some more, why don't you?
Do you want me to pass that line? I really don't want to use those tactics.
Are you threatening me? Because it sounds like you're threatening me. And I've told you, don't threaten me. Just do it.
Ball's in your court, though, Disposable Gorilla.
Yeah, it always is in my court.
Until next time, I'm the Neo-Atheist, and remember, the age of reason is upon us. So.
Oh, gosh. Anyway, guys, I wanted to just do that little bit of response. We will be doing a Google Hangout. I will be getting together with Brian J. and Mr. Neo here, and we'll be working out a time. And, excuse me, I hope you all can make it. And I look forward to doing it. It's going to be really good. Really, really good, guys. So please watch it. Watch it live. I'll be sending out invites. I think maybe the first hour will be just he and I with Brian J moderating, and then the second hour Neo can invite some of his friends in, and then I'll invite some of my friends in, and we'll have a go that way. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Cheers.